Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's 1 o'clock on the dot. Let's see what's transpired in 12 hours. Okay, we're going to do a weekend energy reading. Okay, first of all I was going to do a free flow, but I feel actually I'm going to do a divine masculine and divine feminine side. No rush today. We shall just see what the cards want to tell us. Okay, it's wet outside, wet and cold. Wet and cold. No snow, just quite a bit of rain. Okay, the Witch's Tarot. I'm trying to get the book. And the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Oh, we've got the Empress at the bottom of the deck here. I feel this is the Divine Feminine today. Okay. I might get a Oracle of Shadows and Light first. Okay, let's just give these a shuffle. So we are, this weekend, we're wrapping up February and we are going into March. It's the 1st of March on Sunday. Spring is in the air, everywhere I look around. Okay. Spring is in the air, with every sight and every sound. Changing the words today. Okay, let's have a card. Who are we looking at first? The masculines. Last time I done this, I picked up on the crack, and I felt like the masculines was very much quite a deep heartbreak that they had, but that doesn't look as severe today, or for this weekend. It may have been the weekend energy reading that I used these. And we have the feminines. Hers looks more hers looks, I don't know, it's his is dark. He has a dark crack in his heart. The Divine Feminines looks a bit more raw, tender, sensitive. The Divine Masculine's hardened up. Okay. I'm not sure what they're going to say. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's start with 3 for the Divine Masculine. We're not looking. And 3 for the Divine Feminine. Should we have a look at a union energy? Seeing as spring is in the air. That is the union energy. Look, it's just waiting for the manifestation. Waiting for your ships to come in. That's the union energy. We're going to read it. It's cold outside, but it sure is warm in here. Okay. 3 of Wands. I opened up to the Lovers to give myself a fan. Let's read this. I'm going to read all of it. Okay, let me read it and then I'll hold it up. A brown-haired young man stands high on a cliff overlooking the water and the horizon. His high vantage point allows him to see the big picture. In his left hand, he holds up a blooming and beribboned wand of hawthorn. Just behind him, 2 more tall wands are planted in the ground as if in support. The man has a band around his head to keep his hair out of his eyes. And his vision of the future clear. So the man has a band around his head to keep his hair out of his eyes and his vision of the future clear. He wears an orange tunic and a rich red cloak. These fiery colours are a visual link to the element of fire, which correlates with the suit of wands. The young man gazes out on the calm sea, where there are 2 ships sailing in the distance, as if he's waiting for his ships to come in. Perhaps he is waiting to board one of those boats and set off on new adventures so he can explore the unknown. He is actively watching, waiting, and letting events unfold. This is an exciting card and one full of possibilities and impeding success. The bright sky and calm seas illustrated in this card show that this is an optimistic card and that the future looks bright. When the 3 of Wands turns up in a reading, it illustrates a time of expectation. The querent may be waiting for news about a project or proposal. The overall theme of this card is optimism and active waiting. It shows the beginning of a project and the hope that comes from making plans for a new career or life. Remember that things are always in motion. Nothing is at rest and change is constant. The 3 of Wands usually represents the person receiving the reading. This card may be nudging you towards taking on more of a leadership role at work or in your coven. This is a time of expansion and growth. Be like the watcher in the 3 of Wands. Keep a sharp eye and allow events to unfold. There is a reason to be optimistic and to have hope. The future looks bright. I feel this is the divine masculine, observing the divine feminine. He's waiting to see how all this unfolds. Okay. Or he's been waiting to see how this will all unfold because I feel like he might be ready to board one of those ships and take his leadership role. Keywords: active waiting. Everything is in constant motion, expansion and growth, and taking on a leadership role, keeping your eye on your future goals, and the future looks bright. Wow, masculine's most definitely toughened up a bit here. He's just waiting for that ship. So as things unfold, it's like that ship's getting closer and closer, and he's just going to step aboard and go off on a new adventure. Very interesting. So I want to have a look at what the shadows and light, I mean, that's kind of like the union energy. Hi, Jasper. He's been fighting. He's got like a cut round his eye and on his ear as well, haven't you? I've been fighting. You gotta fight for your right to party. We've got the angel of alchemy, miracle. '21. Well, that's the world number, the number of the world card, 21. Seeing as we have the 3 of Wands, 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1 brings us to a 3. Angel of alchemy, miracle. About the angel of alchemy. The angel of alchemy is the miracle who stands between the physician and death. She is the powerful healing angel who will resolve this health issue that is confronting you at this present time. A bit poorly. You don't have to put your head down, it's all right. Okay. Her role is to help you to find the perfect treatment for your body and to restore your well-being naturally and healthfully. She helps you find the right doctor, the right treatment, the right healing mode, and the right attitude and energy to overcome this challenge. She will draw on powerful energy from her heart chakra, which will be sent to you, and which can revive your energy and your belief in the possibility of your perfect health. She will help you find the courage to face physical life, for it is that which has overwhelmed you from time to time. The sheer courage it takes to experience life in physical form is that which she is here to help support you in, and to show you that not only does it take great courage, it brings the greatest of all blessings. This is the healing energy of the Divine Feminine being sent to the Divine Masculine. Little kisses. So the Angel of Alchemy speaks. I am here to help you make a miraculous shift in your body and your health. Whatever you have, whatever you have, well, whether you have an injury or an illness, or simply feel ill at ease within the form you currently have, I am the Angel of Alchemy, and I can show you how to change your current experience of physicality. I stand here and have done so for many thousands of years. I have seen the fear and the guilt of others. I have seen the fear of infection, the anguish of pain, and the despair at life seeming to end. But I'm here with you now to show you how to create health and strength, and how to stop being so frightened of growing older and having times when your body will challenge you. All will be well, and all this will pass. This form is just one of the many you will create. Let me show you how to live anew with love and health. So the divination message. There may be health challenges for you at the present time. Regardless of what you or one dear to you may be experiencing, it is time to ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I had a short time left to live on this planet? Then begin to take action on these plans. Because the beautiful thing about looking deeply into the human fear of death is that this examination of mortality will create an exquisite sense of being alive now. And you will reprioritise, and you will begin to shape your life in new and meaningful ways once you see that time, in the sense of bodily life, can be short. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. It's a little bit of a stammering on my words there. So do not hesitate. Take action now on changing what can be changed. When you receive this card, you're about to turn a corner with a health challenge. The current situation has actually served you in many ways. It's brought your focus back to what is truly valuable in your life and made you aware of areas of neglect. Now you can move forward with a refreshed set of priorities that are based in something very real. The Angel of Alchemy encourages you to make your healing, either your own or that of someone close to you, the top priority. Wow. Reprioritising life with the Divine Masculine here. Did it say he's hardened up? Okay. He's watching it all unfold, which means that he's kind of in the centre. But he's ready to step up. Into this new, refreshed lifestyle. Okay. Who do we go for first then? Oh, we're looking at the feminine. Should we have a look at the feminine side first, Jazz? Right, we're going to look at the Divine Feminines first then. Divine Feminines, you've got the Eight of Swords. You've got the Seven of Wands. Ooh, this is a masculine coming in to stand up for you, to defend you. I said in last night's reading, it was like, have no fear, we are here. Eight of Swords, an unfounded fear. The masculine doesn't like the Divine Feminine being solo, fighting all of her own battles. There's a very protective energy coming up here. It feels as if, not the Divine Feminine is defenceless, but that's his place. He needs to be standing up for his girl, for his woman. And then we have the Nine of Cups, but we have the Divine Feminine sitting here, sitting back, pouring a drink. So it's just as if I felt like she could rest, relax, take a back seat now. The masculines are coming in, guys. I know you want to get on the table. Can you just sit on my lap, though, for a minute? Yeah? Okay. I know. It's all good. No more fighting. I'm just going to read what the meaning of the card is. The Eight of Swords. I know. When this card turns up in a reading, it speaks of restriction and feeling trapped and sad at the moment. Well, I did say that the Divine Feminine's the crack in the heart was a bit raw and sensitive. However, if the individual would stop overreacting and feeling sorry for themselves and would pull off that emotional blinder, they would see a way out. Things are not as bad as they may appear. Happiness is possible. The sun is breaking through. I felt like that's the Divine Masculine. And new opportunities can emerge. This restriction of feeling trapped and sad at the moment, I just feel as if the Divine Feminine is just fighting all of her own battles. Okay? And this is where the Divine Masculine kind of wants to come in and look after her. That's all I can say. So things are not... Okay, we're going to go back and read these words because they're quite triggering. However, if the individual would stop overreacting and feeling sorry for themselves and would pull off that emotional blinder, they would see a way out. Just... For one, I feel as if the masculine's coming through the feminine anyway. Okay, so he is already standing up and speaking through her. But for the Divine Feminine, I just feel you've got to recognise this. So it's like, stop overreacting. You're not alone. You're feeling sorry for yourselves. You need to pull off that emotional blinder and you'll see a way out. Because the masculine has his emotional blinder off. He's holding his hair back with that band, that ribbon. And he has like clear vision. Nothing's blocking his vision. So, Divine Feminine. Happiness is possible, the sun is breaking through, and new opportunities can emerge. This card may also represent a witch who is fearful, of ritual, or of their own initiation. Think of the classic challenge given to most blindfolded initiates. It is better to rush upon this blade than to enter the circle with fear in your heart. How do you enter? They have to answer without fear, or they are denied entrance into the coven. What you can learn from this card, or what can you learn from this card? Look again at the description and symbolism and find your answers. Fear has no place in the craft. That's really coming in with like myself and kind of dealing with issues that arise. Having no fear. I found there was an awesome reward for that. It's like the divine just delivers every day to me, guys. And yeah, it was like, oh, okay. It's like, thank you. And that's what you get for standing and being in your truth. Okay. So the keywords are restriction, feeling trapped, overreacting to the situation. Things are not as bad as they seem. You can work your way out of this. Fear of initiation or ritual. Fear of standing up for yourselves. And that's why we get bullied. If we keep ignoring these people, they don't stop because we ignore them, do they? Think of how many times throughout your life you've not spoke up when really you should have said something. And I guarantee you that person carried on. It's like nothing was really gained apart from you not speaking up. And but you still had to deal with that internally. Okay, so it's okay for us to stand in our truth. I'm going to stand on my chair. And stand on my lap. Good boy. So let's have a look at the masculine here because he is defensive. He wants to defend the Divine Feminine, okay? It's like he doesn't like to witness that. Not when he can step in. So the I was going to say the Seven of Swords, which is a deception card, but we've got the Seven of Wands. When the Seven of Wands turns up in a reading, it is a notice that you are about to face a challenge. One you will thoroughly enjoy. Standing up for your divine feminine. Wow. It may be a sort of personal test where you take on the challenge just for the fun of it and to see just how far you can advance your skills, be they magical or mundane. That feels like me last night. Okay. Just for the challenge, just for the fun of it. Let's just see how, it's like a personal test, to see how we respond. This card shows the use of muscle and movement with restraint and style. Your enthusiasm, ambition and wit will serve you well here. This card appearing in a reading assures that you will overcome obstacles and rise above it with style, wit and humour. I feel that's how the divine feminine will get through these obstacles, okay? And here's the masculine here. It's just, I don't know what else to say. He's like, back off. That came out, didn't it? Either last weekend or for this week's reading. Back off. I don't know what he's doing, but he's telling people to back away from the divine feminine. It's like, back off. Back off, Buster. So, Nine of Cups. Let's have a look. It's normally the masculine's card. All his wishes being fulfilled, but there's a feminine here. It's like all her wishes are being fulfilled. Do not fear. Help is here. Let's find the cups in here. Is that nice, Jess? Can you feel that? When the Nine of Cups turns up in a reading, expect your social calendar to be filling up. This is the hospitality card. It also symbolises welcome and confirms that you will be hosting an event or party for friends and family. It's like, oh, I felt like the divine feminine is the host. The hostess with the mostess. If it appears in a reading with the Four of Wands, not yet, then expect to be very busy with social plans for the next few months. So, okay, could be busy, but not as busy as when the Four of Wands shows up. So, at the moment, I want to say that this is the divine feminine. Collective, celebrating. The Nine of Cups announces that you may find yourself hosting a Sabbath or Esbat celebration for your coven. Okay. This card also represents community gatherings. Don't be surprised if you become involved in an organisation and running of the Sabbath celebrations or community events. Enjoy the preparation and plans, and do not stress over them. Furthermore, this particular card is sometimes referred to as the wish card. A wish is about to be granted. I feel that wish there is the divine masculine stepping into leadership. The divine masculine has, it's like the divine feminines have created, if you want to call it the coven, okay, their tribe. But actually moving that forward, I feel it's the masculines that actually can get that in motion. They have the plan. And that's why they really need to be kind of taking up their leadership role next to the divine feminine to be able to guide not only himself with the divine feminine, but also the tribe. Okay. Because at the moment, it's just feminines kind of running the show, hosting the show. We might have a new host on our hands. In the form of divine masculines. Okay. Wow. Keywords: hospitality, community, and graciousness. We like this. We've got to kind of stay in this graciousness, guys. Gatherings, festivals, a wish will be granted, enjoyable celebrations with family, coven, and friends. Let's look what the Oracle of Shadows and Light wants to say. Two little witches, magical space clearing time. Okay, cleaning up. Well, if your masculine's coming to join you, Let's think about it. This is also about clearing up the energy. This negativity that's been kind of flying around and attaching itself. Trying to attach itself to love. So, here we are. Message, magical space clearing time. About the two little witches. From out of the shadows come the two little witches, solemn and sincere. They fix you with their clear, green and blue gaze, and ready you for the magic, that is the broom, they are about to pass on to you. And what is the magical secret of this broom? Why that it can sweep, clear, any old. The veins picked up and I seem to be losing the flow. And what is the magical secret of this broom? Why that it can sweep away. Should we try third time lucky? Let's do it. Let's speak about this broom. What's the magical secret of the broom? Why that it can sweep clear any old, stale energy that is lurking about you at this moment. Take this broom and see it whisk all by itself twice, 3 times. That would be why we had to say it 3 times. Widder shins around your house, your hearth, your home, and it will clear out all that is hiding in the shadows of the corners and the underneath of the rooms of your soul and home. Widder shins is the traditional direction for clearing energy. It means against the sun. These aren't beliefs of the divine masculines then, so either the masculine's coming to clear the energy, but the energy's being cleared for the divine feminine. Okay, it's all going to be swept away. It's a clean-up job the divine masculine was doing. So it looks like it's actually reached the divine feminine. He's cleaning up his act. It means against the sun, and in the northern hemisphere to go widdershins is to direct energy in a counterclockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, it is to direct energy clockwise. When it is done, they clap their hands 3 times, and the broom returns to their arms, and they move on to the next home that needs their help. This is in the divine feminine's home. Okay? But now that is done, what will you fill your space and your life with? That is the greatest and trickiest choice of all, but one which only you can make. The 3 witches speak. Out, out and from within, we cleanse this space from trouble and din. Out, out, let all be gone, and make this place a cheerful home. We are here to cleanse and clean, we are creatures in between. We will work from dusk till dawn to ensure energy is reborn. And for this task we ask no thanks, but we do wish you well in this. May all brought in create your bliss. This is what's happened over the last 12 hours, okay? From dusk till dawn. So out, out and from within, we cleanse this space from trouble and din. Out, out, let all be gone, and make this place a cheerful home. We are here to cleanse and clean, we are creatures in between. We will work from dusk till dawn to ensure energy is reborn. We leave it clear and bright and blank, and for this task we ask no thanks. But we do wish you well in this. May all brought in create your bliss. Clearing the space. This is amazing. Okay, if we can get the words out. So the divination message. Make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing, followed by a house blessing. Here is an easy pointer. New locations, either the smallest of changes for household objects or rearrangement of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. Twin witches. Divine masculine, divine feminine, I want to say. It's time to clear things up now. If there's anything keeping you back from making that change, please make small, useful and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to. Stuff that's weighed us down, without our even realising it was there. Time for a space clear for you. So I felt this has really kind of gone on overnight, because I said what's happened like within 12 hours of doing like readings. There you go. It's how they say they don't ask for no thanks, but I was extremely appreciative of to still see the reward come in and the assistance, especially for standing in your truth. Didn't realise how powerful that was going to be, guys. Okay. Shall we have a look at the Divine Masculine side? It's got the Five of Pentacles, that's the transition. Let's read that first, before I turn over. Spring is in the air. Look at this. Springing through the snow here, the icy ground. Five of Pentacles. Okay, Divine Masculines, let's have a look. See what's going on with you guys. I'm going to read all of it because it's the transitional card. So 5 golden interwoven pentacles hang upon a barren tree. It is winter and there is snow around the base of the tree and the hillside. The leafless branches stand out dramatically against the winter landscape. An icy looking and cold cloudy sky is in the background. This minor arcana card can symbolise that you feel shut out in the cold, away from lovers, friends or other witches, like your twin witch. However, this card is all a matter of perception. So it's the same for the masculines as in with the feminines, her perception. Okay, but it said that he had clear vision here. His hair was being held back so he could see clearly, see the bigger picture. And this brings me in with the last card that we had last night. It was Mother Mary and the Abundant Garden. And it said that whilst, you know, some of your tree could be withering away, it's actually feeding another part. Your energy is needed elsewhere. So this minor arcana card can symbolise that you feel shut out in the cold, away from lovers, friends or other witches. However, this card is all a matter of perception. For example, the blanket of snow may symbolise isolation, or instead, it may give a fresh and clean look to an otherwise bland landscape. The snow can be a sign that it is time to make a fresh start. In the foreground, a lone snowdrop flower raises its head through the snow. The snowdrop flower symbolises renewal and consolation in adversity, which are the true messages of this card. Wow. So the true message of this card is really within that snowdrop. The snowdrop flower symbolises renewal and consolation in adversity, which are the true messages of this card. So what's the meaning? When the Five of Pentacles turns up in a reading, it indicates a fallow time. The querent may be experiencing financial worries or feeling that they are isolated from others who share a similar belief system. They can't keep watching from the sidelines. They will have to step forward. It's like the Divine Feminine here is sticking up for her own belief systems. The Masculine has the same, but he's not. He's isolated himself. He's kind of put himself out in the cold. He's wanting to come in now, warm things up a bit. Get the temperature rising now. I wanted to kind of say, it's like, here comes trouble. It's like, okay, wait till the Masculine gets here. The snow, I've already read this part. So the querent may be experiencing financial worries. Well, we get that. You have to lose everything, okay, to kind of be reborn, start again. Got to be an empty vessel to allow all to flow to you. or feeling that they are isolated from others who share a similar belief system. So they're resonating with the divine feminine. It feels familiar, what she's saying. It's like he knows that it is the truth, but he's not standing in his own truth as of yet. Well, we'll find out. There may be a feeling of disconnect and isolation, or they may be losing faith in themselves. That loss of hope that was coming through last night. Okay? There is anxiety and stress, and focus must be turned towards working through the tough times instead of indulging in fear and feeling sorry for yourself. So it's not only the divine feminine that's been told, stop here, feeling sorry for yourself, it's also the divine masculine. That snowdrop flower is significant. Well, I know, I picked it up. Spring is in the air. Should we find out how? That snowdrop flower is significant. It shows that life goes on and rebirth is possible. Help is available if you ask. No matter how dark or cold, the winter may be, spring growth and new possibilities are just around the corner. Keywords are financial worries, anxiety, stress, and working through the tough times. Feeling shut out or isolated, renewal and hope in adversity. Perfect. What's next, divine masculine? We've got him in the hangman mode. We're going to have to do this. I think I might have to read all of it for the masculines. Okay, it's our first major arcana, apart from I found myself with the lovers. This comes just before the death card. 12. A young man is calmly hanging upside down from his right foot on an ash tree. While he hangs there, he is in a transitional state of undergoing an initiation of some kind. The halo around the hanged man's face shows him to be experiencing an epiphany. The peaceful skies in the background of this card tell you this phase is not a time to fear. You need to let go of something old and hurtful in order to gain this new wisdom. Enjoy this new perspective and in-between chapter of your life and see what you discover. In the Norse pagan tradition, the world tree, I don't know how you pronounce this, YGGDRASIL. It looks like egg, but with a Y. Yggdrasil. The world tree, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, guys. I'm not going to look it up. But it looks like egg, but with a Y instead of an E. Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil supports the entire universe. The raven is a totem of the god Odin, and the bird symbolises initiations, secrets, and prophecy. Just as Odin hung on the world tree to gain the knowledge of the runes, the hangman also finds his answers on the ash tree during this transitional phase of life. The raven holds a sparkling golden pentagram and looks down on the hangman as if to ask what he is doing there. Perhaps this is his totem animal, and it is keeping the hangman company during his transitional state. Ravens are magical, clever and playful birds. They are attracted to sparkling and shiny objects and will catch them. The classic colours of red, green, yellow and blue speak of balance within the four natural elements, and those colours make up the hangman's costume. The runes embroidered around the neck of his shirt and decorating the trunk of the ash tree are a link back to Odin, the world tree, and the wisdom found there. How interesting, we've been picking up on runes. So the meanings, when this card appears in a reading, it is a message to look at things from a different viewpoint. Embrace the idea of initiation as a vehicle to newer wisdom and a clearer spiritual path. Let go of the illusion of control. Turn things on their heads and look carefully at the lessons before you. Relax and be patient. This may not be easy, but fighting against the changes in your life only creates more drama. Read the signs carefully, be they tarot cards or runes. Meditate on their lessons as you allow yourself to go through this transitional or initiatory phase calmly and with joy. By doing so, you will uncover the mysteries. So the keywords are initiation, transitional phase of life, relax and let changes come, new outlook on life, rune magic, gaining a new perspective on a current situation. And the final card is the Queen of Swords. I feel this is the Divine Feminine. She's like, does sound like me, summoning the truth. Let's just go straight to her and find out what she wants to say. Where are the swords in here, please? The beautiful Queen of Swords. Okay. That's awesome. Because I did feel it was the Divine Feminine's energy. I'm not feeling any karmic energy, guys. They have no power here. It's been cleared away. The beautiful Queen of Swords sits at the top of a high mountain, and bright white clouds are billowing in the wind. Her throne is sturdy but elegant, with carved songbirds worked into the armrests and the overall design. The wind swirls her long brown hair around and behind her thoughtful face. She has smoky grey eyes and a serious expression, as if she is plotting something or considering her best options. In her right hand, the Queen holds up a beautiful gleaming sword. With her left hand, she seems to be beckoning to someone. The Queen wears a white gown accented with azure. A sky blue cloak with white feather trim flows over her shoulders and back. Her crown has sharp, dramatic spikes and is set with yellow topaz stones. The yellow topaz in her crown encourages the successful attainment of personal goals. She wears a large necklace of blue topaz around her throat. The blue topaz gem evokes truth and wisdom. In her lap is a small bouquet of fragrant herbs that are associated with the element of air. She holds lavender, which is protective. The lily of the valley, which is the language of flowers. Looked like it was flowers. Okay, they've separated the word over 2 lines. And lily of the valley, which is the language of flowers, means a return to happiness. A blue jay sits on the back of her throne, and another is on the ground next to her. The blue jays remind us to call upon our own sense of sovereignty, to develop our own talents, be fearless, and walk our talk with integrity, just as the Queen of Swords does. The winged fairy that hovers nearby is a scythe, an elemental creature of the air, and seems to be attending the Queen. So we have these birds here, okay, that are being sent to the Divine Feminine. This is also, she has the assistance, okay, of the masculine. With these birds, it's already spoke about him having a bird as a totem animal. Let's have a look at the meaning. The Queen of Swords is a brown-haired woman with fair to hazel eyes. She is clever and ingenious, with a dry wit and a razor tongue. When this card breezes into a reading, it can herald a time when you need to pay attention to your own instincts and intuition. New ideas are blowing in. It may be time to try something new. This card classically represents an air sign woman, a woman who is career-orientated, honest, focused, and successful in whatever she sets out to do. She may be sarcastic at times, but she is smart, blunt, and determined. She will rule her home and family with the same ruthless organisation she applies to her career. Her communication skills are top-notch. She may be a scholar, a writer or a speaker. Though men are attracted to her for her looks, they tend to back off when they discover how smart and honest this Queen is. She has no time for falsehood or ignorance. The Queen of Swords may represent a woman who is slow to trust others, especially in relationships, and a woman who may prefer to stand on her own. This Queen will listen to her head first and logically consider her options before she trusts her heart. The message from the Queen of Swords is this: assert your independence, stand up for yourself, follow your intuition and try something new. And that's the message that's getting through to the Divine Masculine. Said they're watching, they're seeing how we respond. They're extremely proud of the Divine Feminine, but they find it intimidating because she is just so blunt and honest. Let's just read that part again. But it's like, and maybe he thinks the Divine Feminine like just wants to be alone, stand up for herself. Well, I think that she will if she doesn't have a counterpart who will, you know, stand up for her if needs be. Yes, it's better to be on your own. I've been in a relationship like that where, you know, I just had to fight my own battles. So, okay. But the Divine Feminine here is kind of like sick of fighting her own battles. It's like, come on. But with her personality, she would do the same for the Divine Masculine. She would be his like biggest supporter if he needs it. Like the assistance and help. So the message from the Queen of Swords is this: assert your independence, stand up for yourself, follow your intuition and try something new. Keywords: an air sign woman, wisdom, independence, intuition, assertiveness, personal development and walk your talk. Let's have a look at what the Oracle of Shadows and Light wants to say for the masculine. Winged seer. You see clearly. Clairvoyance. Wow. They told us. His hair's out of his eyes. Divine Feminines, it seems to be kind of everywhere, but Divine Masculines, like, you see clearly. Clairvoyance. You see the truth. And your truth is in your divine feminine. It's like your divine masculine truth is within your divine feminine. And it's showing itself through her. But it's like you want that in the physical. Card number 12 comes in with the Hangman. What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours. Okay. About the winged seer. All eyes on you. The winged seer is an oracle angel, a being who can see the weavings of energy and thus the way events are set to unfold if the current energies and paths are followed. She then sends you your messages clairvoyantly, through your ability to see clearly, although your visions may seem anything but clear. I don't know, it was told that he can see things kind of crystal clear now. Okay. As you grow to trust your own clear seeing moments, you will have brighter and brighter flashes of insight, and you will be able to see exactly what is going on within a situation in a flash. The winged seer speaks. As so many people hide the truth, even from themselves, it can be hard to receive a visit from me, because I will help you see when someone is camouflaging and half-telling truths, and you will also have insights that seem to come from supernatural sources. It is as if you have changed sight. You can see further, higher, and more deeply within. You will experience flashes of the future and sudden understandings of the past, and you will be able to foretell likely outcomes. I am the Eye of Ra, recreating your future, and the Indrinka, the protective eye that watches over you while you sleep. And if you follow through on what you now clearly see, there will be illumination, victory and wisdom. Trust that sacred sight. The Divine Masculine is watching over the Divine Feminine as well while she sleeps. When I said all eyes are on you, I meant the Divine Feminine. All eyes are on you. So the divination message. Your clairvoyant ability is being enhanced by the winged seer. You may be able to tune in and remote view. Almost be able to see behind doors and into rooms and receive images that let you know what someone is doing without you actually being there at the time. And all of these experiences will either empower or scare you. You have asked for more information, asked to discover what you need to know. Now that the information has come to you, you must be courageous and take action based on what you cannot logically explain. It is important, now more than ever, to be honest about what you can see. But most of all, to be honest with your own self. The reward of standing in your own truth and not backing down. In the face of fear, what will you do? It takes a brave one to stand in their truth. Okay, let's get a power of love. These are activation cards. Seeing as there's some self-initiation going on here for the masculines. You're not sure what card to give me? Well, we'll go to the feminines first. Okay. Gratitude, divine feminines. That's exactly, I said they didn't really want any thanks for helping to clear the energy, but you sure are appreciative of it. And when you know that you do have the divine's support, divine's got your back, there's no need for fear. So gratitude, you fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. When you live in gratitude, you are acknowledging to the universe your appreciation for every event that occurs in your life. I did think I thanked them last night for the opportunity for the lesson. So when you live in gratitude, you are acknowledging to the universe your appreciation for every event that occurs in your life. Be thankful for each experience, whether you label it good or bad. Because without it, you will not evolve. It's like that experience has really evolved the divine masculine. It's given a right kick up the arse to get into situ. He wants to get into the situation, rather than sitting back and just watching the divine feminine go through it alone. Even though he's energetically there, supporting her, by her side, he's not in the physical. And that's where he wants to be. Okay. Granted, heartbreaking things, I'm going to have to read this without it's like trying to put it all together. Okay, make sense of it all. So when you live in gratitude, you are acknowledging to the universe your appreciation for every event that occurs in your life. Be thankful for each experience, whether you label it good or bad, because without it, you will not evolve. Granted, heartbreaking things happen in this physical dimension, but if you look upon them as lessons to learn, as opposed to misfortunes inflicted on you, you glimpse the bigger picture. Everything can be a gift. As you consciously experience gratitude, you are mindful that even the simplest aspects of your life are wondrous and miraculous. With this outlook, your focus is placed on abundance, consciousness, and not on lack. As you acknowledge source energy, you expand your awareness and come to realise that you are part of something much larger than yourself, and that every moment is precious. and rewarding in its own way. Okay. It's okay, you can embrace these tests. You can't avoid them. If you're avoiding it, you're going to kind of attract more, aren't you? Because whatever we avoid is going to be sent to us. Have to just let it be. Let it be. Lost the voice completely then. Just have to let it be. If it shows up, it shows up. It's about not questioning things too much. Okay, so Divine Masculines, would you? Okay, yes. Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Humility. And I believe the masculine here is just about to step onto this enlightened path. Like, for sure. He needs to be sure. Remember to acknowledge that no one is lesser or greater than you. Only some employ the tools of love, compassion and acceptance to a lesser or greater extent. Humility is one of life's most estimable qualities. Accepting others as fellow souls who only desire love and understanding and encouragement is the highest achievement of all. Learn not to compare yourself to others, because you never really know what personal trials and obstacles they face. A humble soul does not come from a space of fear, but attempts to take chances on new ideas and experiences for the benefit of all. Ever grateful for today and enthusiastic about what tomorrow may bring, they naturally exhibit compassion and charity, deriving true joy from giving rather than receiving. When you live without self-importance and pride, you find it easy to practice kindness. Life doesn't revolve around only what you can do to succeed, but what you can do to help those on your path. With a humble spirit, you never need to compare yourself to another, because you realise that it is our inherent uniqueness that teaches us about the world in which we live. Everyone has a purpose for being. Humility. Let's look at the union energy. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Let's look at this tolerance. It's definitely something we need to work on. This school that we call Earth can be a very daunting destination. You should be proud of the bravery you have shown by electing to come here to experience it. The planet has a multitude of belief systems and philosophies practiced by beings who don't look or act exactly like you do, even though we are the same inside. Ironically, choosing to incarnate into a dimension where you feel separated from the whole is what makes Earth so appealing to courageous souls like you. The souls who graduate with high honours are the ones who have seen past the illusion of race and gender and religious belief and recognise their brothers and sisters. Love thy neighbour as thyself is the mantra of this card. The physical guises that we wear are just that, illusions. In truth, we are all the same, beings of love. When you're able to go within and connect with your soul's loving energy, you have the realisation that we all belong to and originate from the same source. Tolerance is being secure within your own sense of self and letting others be as they are without judgment or bias. Learn to see them as weary travellers who, like you, crave encouragement, respect and support. Okay. Just quite a lot of lost souls out there. And they find it easier to put the fear onto love. Makes them, they want you to go down to their level. But really all you can do is just be an example. Okay. A living example. It's a walking that talk. Let's get a journey of love. Why not? keep coming out with them, don't they? We've got the communal dance and Her Grace. Okay, I'm not going to read those ones. We know what those cards mean, okay? Her Grace and the communal dance. I'm just going to get a union one. I don't feel like getting one for both sides. Let's just get a union message. The journey of love. On the journey of love, we've got shifting universes. Card number 7. They sure are. You are blessed with an opportunity to change gears, to change your life, and to jump on the fast train. You are invited to fling yourself off the repetitive treadmill way of life and into a dance through nature, to be utterly confused and delighted, to accept the way of divine trust even with its chaos, the instability that precedes all genuine creativity. So here it is. Okay. This is what you need, divine masculines, well, and divine feminines. It's like that card underneath, so wants to be seen. It's the same colour as a gratitude card. I've just nearly dropped this card. You can see it poking out underneath. See it? Okay. So here it is, your get out of jail free card. Your opportunity to make a mess and find what you didn't know you were looking for. You are being nudged. If you wish, let yourself go down that strange path opening up before you, without knowing what it is, even as you take your next step. Your universe is shifting and stranger, more beautiful worlds beckon. Okay. I wish they would do it so that, okay. Your universe, so that it flows, or maybe it's just me. Your universe is shifting. And stranger, more beautiful worlds beckon. Why not go where you haven't been before? You'll find yourself there and realise you are more than what you once thought you were. This oracle has a message for you. If you are thinking of changing locations, jobs, houses or attitudes, trying something new, especially if it is unusual for you, then the universe is supporting you. It's definitely about speaking up for yourself, okay? Speaking your truth. The universe is supporting you. Now is the time to accept what you didn't expect. And it's called The Dream. Okay, the poem. The taste and touch of you within. Thoughts linger on a sweet caress. You come to me, no sounds distract. The night's embrace of innocence. The artist brush across my lips. The palette rich in colours deep. To flow with feelings now renewed. And blend as one in breath and hue. Entwined our bodies bathe in love, and weep with longing's slow release. Emotion's song and soft refrain, awaken dreams that never cease. I'm going to read this card underneath, and then I'm going to go. And that's your weekend energy reading. Oh, it's tolerance. How did I pick up the tolerance? I need to work on it. I've got forgiveness under. Oh, it is I haven't even got that deck. That's very bizarre. I've picked up like the Power of Love deck. Tolerance, forgiveness. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Maybe we're meant to be reading this one then. I don't know why I've picked up this book again. This deck of cards. Forgiveness is the cornerstone of love. To be fully aligned with the power of love requires complete forgiveness of self and others. You may find this hard to accomplish because you are letting your ego be in the driver's seat. When you can't imagine the divine masculine, his ego in the driver's seat, he's going straight to the divine feminine. He doesn't care, okay? You may find this hard to accomplish because you are letting your ego be in the driver's seat. When you can't forgive, it is the ego holding on to past hurts and the feeling of not being in control. Forgiveness will remove old blockages and causes of emotional distress, allowing love energy to work through you. By forgiving, you are not excusing or condoning a particular behaviour. Instead, you are willing to understand the lesson being presented. You are not necessarily obligated to reconcile. You can forgive and choose not to involve yourself with that person or situation again. The saying forgive and forget is a misnomer, for you should never forget a lesson. Bless the experience, but always remember what you learned from it. When you forgive, you open yourself up to the positive and loving experiences that the universe wants to bestow upon you. Now there is room for them in the space formerly taken up by babysitting those horrible and toxic feelings. Okay, we've been on for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Postcard from Spirit, and I'm out of here. Wanted it to be like a quickie. Oh no, I didn't. I said there wasn't any problem with time. Okay, no quickies today. I feel like just a long time resting in love. Oh, we've got 2. I have to take them. I feel this one's for the masculine, this one's for the feminine. She's got like panpipes. I've got no coffee. Okay, Divine Feminine. It's got celebrate life. It's like she's in like the Ace of Pentacles. Dearest wonderful you. To help you manifest a life of the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. Thank you. Told you we have all the support of the divine. Just need to stay in your truth. That's all they ask us to do, is live in our truth. With love. Okay. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. So this is for the masculines. We've got celebrate life for the feminines. She's got all these magical seed pods in a basket. And this is a message from the masculine. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and pushback when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. It's an amazing message for the Divine Masculine. Especially when it says here, what you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life. I won't say that's the divine feminine, okay? But it does say afterwards spirit. Spirit's assisting both of you, okay? And so proud of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, how far they've come. Okay, have yourself a fantastic weekend. If you'd like a reading, I'll put the details in the description box. Get yourself booked up for one. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.